We are here in your house sports after dark. I'm Manny B.
Your boy Vasos.
I'm back from the negotiations. I couldn't get a fight with Canelo, Logan Paul. I do have a scheduled match January 2024 with KSI.
Somebody needs some knock sense in that boy.
Yeah, so it's gonna be me. We're gonna be probably live at the Bill County Expo Center. Fat Sam may be joining us later. We're not sure if he is or not, but he is trying to get a word with Ron Washington to see how he is celebrating the Rangers sweep tonight.
Samuel is making sure that he is away from a pool table and away from any potential 8 balls.
Yeah. Yeah, so, stay safe out there. It can get kind of, slippery with,
Yeah.
flakes, ice.
Do not celebrate appropriately, Rangers fans. Celebrate appropriately. This
I really want to know what Ron Washington's doing right now.
was probably since I think he coached for the Braves, I think.
Yeah, he's like a
bench coach, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
He's over there.
Well, yeah, speaking of, as we're coming on there, 25 minutes ago maybe, Rangers sweep the Orioles, go on to the ALCS.
First time since the last time we went to the World Series, 2011.
Yep.
Hopefully with better results this time.
Yeah. Rough times there.
Yeah.
No fond memories at all.
Stupid Nelson Cruz. Still never going to get over that.
It's like enemy number 3 in the state of Texas.
Right.
History. But join us, guys. Facebook Live, YouTube. The YouTube channel, In Your Out Sports, pinned to the comment section. If you haven't liked our Facebook page, you're done. I'm just gonna say right now.
Ron Washington will come after you, and he is disappointed.
Yes, very disappointed. White nose and all. We're trying to get to 400 likes on Facebook and 25 subscribers on YouTube.
We're almost there. Almost there.
Can we do it before Halloween? Come on now. Let's do it before Halloween.
Throw you boys a bone here.
Yeah, seriously.
Go
ahead, like and subscribe, do all that good stuff, follow, all that. I'm wearing a black shirt today in mourning of my teams this weekend. Just FYI, we'll get into that later
on. Yeah, me too. As I cover up.
I've come to realizations on a lot of things this weekend.
I was gonna say for our picks this weekend is why we're wearing black.
Yeah, seriously. Like I was going to. First of all, last week I was really sick. That's why I wasn't on. But I was going to hoist the belt. I was like, I'm gonna run the title today. Hey, I can't do that.
It might be even at this point. I mean, percentage wise, I think we're all pretty close.
Yeah, like when we have bad weeks, we have bad weeks. It's not.
Yeah. Then again, who could have seen some of the stat lines we were looking at and some of the play we saw, especially in the NFL? It's like, come on. Yeah. It's like the trends buck the other way.
And I play that a factor when I do the picks. I'm like, it's the NFL. Something crazy is going to happen. Well, what game is it going to be? And you're like, you know what? I'm going to pick this game because it's the one no one's thinking about. And it's like, no, it's not really.
Yeah.
It's this other game.
Right.
But we had a pretty solid weekend in college football and in the NFL. So, let's get right to it. The big game of the weekend was the Red River rivalry. I said that clearly. I can't believe it. With Oklahoma, Texas. I didn't get to hear your picks for those games, but was for sure Texas was going to win this game.
Yeah, me and Samuel both actually picked Texas.
Yeah, and Oklahoma wins 34-30.
Just turnovers, man. Turnovers is what that's what I said. Is as long, and I was worried about it coming from the special teams perspective.
Yeah.
The fact that it came on offense, 2 interceptions and a fumble by Ewers. It's like, oof. But I mean, credit to the defense for balling the next when they had to.
Oklahoma's defense, like texted y'all, like, man, they made a 180, complete 180.
Oh yeah, yeah.
and they were balling, like they were flying everywhere. And obviously, they haven't played up to the caliber team of like Texas, right? Until now,
Right.
obviously. But they showed out.
They
Dylan
did.
Gabriel showed out as well.
He did. He did. He made clutch throws when he needed to, clutch runs. Third down, just we could not get him off the field on third downs. If we could keep him in the pocket and forced him to throw, we were good. But as soon as we let him get outside the pocket and create, it was bad news for us.
And I think they took that shutout last year personal,
Yeah,
very personal.
very personal.
But I mean, I didn't watch the whole game, but I see like the last drive Texas had, classic Sark, right?
Just
Play
go,
call in.
yeah, right down the field. Perfect play calling. Go down and score. Defense, again, I don't know what it is with teams nowadays. It's like, and this is goes from college football to the NFL. It's like you've got like a field goal lead or less, but yet you want to play off coverage.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, why are you playing off coverage to even give them that chance?
Do you blame analytics for that? Maybe.
Oh, every bit.
Yeah.
Every bit. It's like, you play off coverage and they just gradually pick you apart, get down the field, especially like, okay, I get it. If there's like 10 seconds left, okay,
Right.
I get it. But when they got a full minute, 2 minutes to go down the field and it's a one score game, why? Play your normal defense.
Yeah. And I saw, and I was alluding to the last drive Texas had, right, to get that field goal.
Yeah.
So someone broke it down and said that if Coach Sark would have played that last possession, not so up tempo, because he was leaving a lot of the play clock on the plays, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they like added the time that he was pretty much saving. That when they kicked that field goal with the same drive that they had, but making sure that Oklahoma spends their timeout, like Oklahoma would have had maybe like 40-something seconds left.
Yeah.
To make a drive, but Sark was playing up tempo still. Oklahoma didn't have to really use their timeouts, and that's what made them get that drive.
True, but then also not scoring.
Yeah,
on the goal line,
yeah,
also really helped that too. If you at least take 3, that's a big factor right there. That you go down and kick that other field goal now forces them to score that touchdown. Granted, you still lose by a point.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, if nothing else, you force overtime. So
looking back at this game, do you think Oklahoma is up to par?
I think they've definitely passed the smell test thus far.
Yeah,
they're a much different team than they were last year. I think even me and Samuel said last week that Venables he's definitely changed the culture of that team as far as what you think of from a defensive perspective. Like they're taking on his personality.
And he went to the transfer portal and got some players in there.
Yeah, he said no General Booty.
Yeah. He got some dogs in there too. And looking at their schedule ahead, man, they are clear path.
Yeah.
To go undefeated. The only bump they have coming in 2 weeks is going to Lawrence, Kansas. And the next to last game of the year at BYU can be a trap game as well.
Yeah. I think BYU is going to play everybody. I mean, Texas has to play BYU on the way out too. So that's like I said, BYU's no pushover.
No, not at all. Especially playing at BYU.
Yeah.
So Oklahoma's that clear path, they do. So we'll see what they do next week. But Texas, on the other hand, how do you feel after this game?
I think we're still in the hunt. I mean, I think we were the only 2 undefeated Big 12 teams. Am I right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, I mean, at this point, you just went out and you'll see Oklahoma again and hope to take them in the championship game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm like I said, the fact that it's not like we got blown out or they just completely outplayed us. No, we hurt ourselves. I think without those turnovers, there's a good chance maybe, the outcome could still be the same. but I got a better feeling that maybe we come out ahead, maybe not by 10, 20 points, maybe 3 to 7 points, but even if you take down one turnover, so take off one turnover, that's especially down there the one that he threw right to the guy going down in the red zone. He just threw right at the linebacker that was right in front of the receiver.
Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets those happy feet, man. That's all I say about yours. He gets happy feet real quick.
Yeah.
And it's just like
something he hasn't really had to deal with this year.
Yeah.
But even against Alabama, he didn't have those happy feet. He was standing in the pocket and stepping up.
Yeah, which is a contrast I was thinking about too with Alabama's, historically their defensive line, offensive line, controls the game, right? But Oklahoma, man, they make Texas look off balance. Oklahoma, that usually, obviously with Lincoln Riley, was not a strong suit.
No, running the football was not his strong suit. He just outrun you. That's what it was. Is let's just spread you out in space and we're going to outrun you. We got better athletes than you, which is a trend that he's taken over to USC.
Yeah. But it's good because to see Venables, obviously back in the early 2000s too, right? You see the defense how up front they were strong and athletic, and you're seeing that now with the defense that he has with Oklahoma.
Yeah,
I don't like Oklahoma, but it's good to see that old school, I guess.
It's a complete team instead of how it has been the past. Riley took over 5 years ago.
Yeah, I feel like his influence is there when Stoops was there still.
Yeah,
you can kind of see the.
Oh, I mean, he fired his brother how many times as defensive coordinator?
At least 2 that we know of.
Right.
But, much to the chagrin of Brett Yormark, who's the Big 12 commissioner, it's looking like Texas Oklahoma will be playing in the Big 12 championship their last season.
Right.
Then let's go to this game in Waco. Texas Tech just flat out embarrassed Baylor, 39-14.
The Butt Bowl.
Terrible.
So I didn't watch the game. I kept up with the score. I didn't watch the game itself.
Bad. I always give the benefit of the doubt, and I've been giving the benefit of the doubt to the coaching staff.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrible, man. Just ain't it.
Well, like you were saying, that now Mack Rhodes is basically giving Aranda pretty much the ultimatum to either turn this around or there's going to need to be changes made. And if you're not going to make the changes, then I'm going to do it.
Pretty much.
Which is basically him saying, you fire these guys or I fire you.
Yeah, and I'm looking at so defensively, they're okay. It's just they're missing a lot. Like up front, up front they have no one really up front to stop the run or anything like that. The defensive backs do pretty good. They're young. They've done a good job. Caden Jenkins, great freshman. Somebody's going to snag him. They're going to give him that NIL money. They're going to get him because he's the only real talent out that defense. But offensively, man, it's just bad. They have too much talent to be playing the way they're playing.
Well, pardon the term, or what is it? Too many Chiefs, not enough what is it? Too many Indians, not enough Chiefs.
Something.
There's no defined leader on the defensive side.
There's not at all. And then offensively, you got a wide receiver, Monterey Baldwin, who's trying to get this team going. But if the coaches are not setting up their players for success, it's not Blake Chapin's playing his heart out, man. But he's running every freaking play, and when he's in the pocket and has time, he's making throws. He's throwing some dimes, but that happens maybe 20% of the
snaps.
Yeah, that's it.
But it's like you guys have been saying, even since with Matt Rule and with the end of who was it that took over? Was it Grove?
Yeah.
Offensive line has just not been something that has recruited well for Baylor
at all. I don't know why, because I hate to go back to this, but when Art Browse was there, their offensive line was athletic, big, they were strong, and they moved. There were some 315, 20-pounders that were moving.
Yeah.
and have the quarterback had all the time in the world to throw the ball. Running backs just ran through holes. But it was like with Matt Rule, you thought, okay, it's a football guy. They're going to have a strong offensive line, strong defensive line. They had a good defensive line, but their offensive line didn't pan out.
Yeah. Do you think that's just a different philosophy as far as like in skills or offensive philosophy that Bryles had that up tempo, let's get the ball out quick, one read, maybe two, either get rid of it or take off, versus now where it's trying to be more of a pro style or a spread them, let's just run down the field and try to, get everybody spread out or get them in space. Let's throw down the field no matter what. We're going to take, 5 and 7 step drops.
Yeah. I think it's just, I mean, like, they don't, it's Jeff Grimes not adapting. Like, I think it's like, this is my offense is going to work. Yeah, it worked 2 years ago because you had a great offensive line, an experienced offensive line, and then you had a patient running back in Abram Smith. Richard Reese is that same type of back. But you look at the offensive line, the technique is just horrible, man. And it has to me, I think it's the coaching. Because you got these guys, they're big, they have experience. But as soon as that ball snaps, man,
it's like headlight or deer in headlights.
Yeah, it is. And then if you're stubborn enough as a coach that you're not going to change, the play calling stays the same. I know what's coming. Like, we know the play call's coming. The stupid sweep that they run all the damn time. 3-yard loss, 4-yard loss. Like, you don't have the offensive line to move and push the defenders out the way for the sweep.
Yeah.
Like, it's not happening. Why are you doing it? Like, they kept doing it all the time, and it's not working because they don't have the offensive line to do it. And it's those plays that are like, you have to adjust to what you have.
Yeah. And, it's one thing because you're coming off, 2 years ago, Big 12 championship.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously when you don't win it, it's considered a step back. Yeah. But you took a big step back the next year in Miranda, and you've taken an even bigger step backwards again.
Yeah.
Thus far this season. I mean, at this point, you're just hoping for a couple more wins to get bowl eligible.
Yeah, I'm to the point, man, where I'm like, you know what? I don't wish no one like losing jobs, but I'm like, hey, let's just lose out and see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's just lose out. See what happens, because I think if the Baylor gets to a bowl game, Aranda's not going to get fired.
Yeah.
Grimes will probably be fired. But if Aranda doesn't get to a bowl game, it's going to be Mack Rhoades and all right, man, we got to go ahead and just pay you the rest of these 6 years, whatever we got you to.
Yeah.
Give a buyout. Because it's just not cutting it, man. And it's too much of the same thing, man. Like, when their offense hits the field, I'm just like, oh, it's bad, man. It's real bad. It's coaching. Like I said, the talent is there. Like, the talent is mid-tier to where if you have let's say you had a Matt Rule right now, they'd probably be going 8-4, 9-3 tops.
Yeah.
Consistently. But if Rule was still there, they would begin these recruits in. They would get that NIL, I'm pretty sure, because he's going to be like, oh, get these players some money.
Yeah.
But right now, they're soft. That's what they are. They're soft.
And like you said, just a young team, no leadership.
No.
You don't have that natural locker room leader. You don't have that leader on defense. You have that leader in shaping an offense, but you can't lead from your back.
Oh, you think? Yeah. And who's to say he might leave too? He's got another at least a year or two left.
Yeah.
Somebody's like this right now. Ooh, get that guy's mouth.
Yeah.
He's pretty much showcasing and showing off for free agency.
Right.
Honestly. Him, Richard Reese. Like, those guys that are talented, somebody's gonna get you guys. I'm gonna get you.
Like, Deion's like, hey, if Shedeur ends up leaving, hey man, I got a spot for you.
Something, yeah. Like, it's crazy, man. But they're just terrible. Texas Tech played a good game. Obviously, Jordan McGuire going to have a little something special to come win at Baylor.
Yeah.
Kind of like, yeah, should have kept me, type deal.
Right.
I think. But yeah, this is terrible. Oklahoma State defeated Kansas State 29-21.
That was wild. I couldn't believe that.
Right.
Turnovers.
Yeah.
Turnovers. What killed Kansas State.
Which is typically what will always beat Kansas State themselves.
Yeah.
Then you had Kansas beat UCF. I'm not in. They're Kansas now.
Yeah, there's no big bad to them. They're
Kansas, man. They're 5-1. And then you had Iowa State beat TCU 27-14.
Matt Campbell at this point is fighting for his job. He's like Kelly in that interview. I'm fighting for my fucking life.
I would not be surprised, honestly. I feel like Iowa State's going to end up going like 6-6, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I would not be surprised if he's like, you know what, get his agent, give me another job because I need to get out while I'm kind of still
have some relevance.
Simmering just a little bit.
Yeah.
Somebody will pay to get Matt Campbell. Like Iowa State's in the same spot as these other schools, right? With NIL.
Yeah.
Matt Campbell going to like Michigan State or whatever.
That's a good one.
Like he'll go there to rebrand the
program.
Yeah, rebrand the program. And hey, I have gamblers. I don't have this issue here, but yeah, you send him over there, help him out with NIL. He'll do well.
Yeah.
What are the expectations at Michigan State, really?
Not really. I mean, Michigan State only sets expectations when they win, which when they're up at the top. But for the most part, even when they do make like a Cotton Bowl or something like that, they still have no expectations. Now the next season, absolutely, there's expectations, but going that whole season, if they're doing well, no expectations.
No, they have a 10-win season. Oh yeah, let's do it. We did it.
Right.
Great job. That's it. They're not thinking about we're going to beat Michigan and Ohio State. Nah, just lose those 2 games when they're else.
Right.
Speaking of Ohio State, top 25, we had Ohio State beat Maryland 37-17.
Yeah, Maryland had them on the ropes for a while.
They did. They really did, man.
Fourth quarter, Ohio State just proved why they're the third ranked country, or team in the country now.
Yeah. Wow, Lou Holtz hates me.
Yeah.
Then you had the Battle of the Tigers. LSU beat Missouri 49-39. Missouri as well. They had LSU.
Yeah, they had them in there. I thought they were really going to pull it off with that damn Brian Kelly.
Gosh, man. I was pulling for Missouri, man. They've been huge.
Yeah.
You had UCLA defeat Washington State 25-17. I don't look at this as an upset.
No. UCLA is just one of those teams that when they win, you're like, yeah, I can see it. When they lose, you just go, yeah, I can see it.
It's like, they beat them? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
UCLA.
Did they lose? Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, UCLA. It's like UCLA.
You're not surprised. You're not surprised one way or the other.
No, they're 10-0. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're 2-8. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's a Chip Kelly. That's a typical Chip Kelly team now at this point.
That's bad, man. That is bad. Then you have Florida State defeat Virginia Tech 39-17. Man, Seminoles, I don't know.
They're bouncing back. I mean, I definitely think they're going to lose. They're not going to go into this undefeated in the playoff. But I definitely think that they'll lose one game that they're not supposed to, especially since they've already almost lost twice. One new team that had no business even being almost losing to in Boston College, and then to almost losing Clemson and winning overtime.
Yeah. Well, the next 3 games, man. So they got Syracuse at home, which is going to be interesting. Duke at home, which is going to be interesting. And then you got Wake Forest on the road. Those 3 games right there.
Yeah. If
they get through those 3, whew.
Yeah. I think it'll be pretty smooth sailing from there for them, but I just think they're going to slip up somewhere.
Yeah. Because they still got to play Miami, which we'll talk about in a minute, and Florida as well. So
yeah.
Then you had stupid Texas A&M lose to Alabama 26-20.
Thank God. That's the only thing that made this weekend tolerable. Well, 2 things that made this weekend tolerable for me.
Alabama just, quietly winning games.
Yeah. Crawling
Yeah.
their way back up into the top 10.
Yeah, and they're going to be there at the end.
Yeah.
They had North Carolina just dominate Syracuse 40-7. Syracuse is one of those teams that just start off,
Yeah.
and they just drop.
Well, it's the same with like Illinois last year. Illinois started to hit that where they just were hot, and then they came into that top 10 or they came up against Ohio State and just
Yeah.
They ran out. They blew their load too quick. It's the same with Syracuse. Syracuse when they get hot, they'll play. There's always one game Syracuse will play up to, and it's usually, the last couple of years, it's always been Clemson or it's been North Carolina, or they'll go play Florida State. With Florida State is one of those. Oh yeah, they're turning around. It's going to be a good season, and then there you go.
Yeah. So you can call Syracuse and Illinois the preloaders.
The preemies, the prematures.
You had Georgia whoop Kentucky 51-13.
No surprise there.
Michigan 52-10 over Minnesota. That's Michigan though. Same thing with Michigan, right? They're gonna go 11-1, 12-1, and then go to playoff and lose to Wake Forest. It's just stupid things like that.
Did you see Harbaugh in the end zone celebrating after it was like either a pick six or a scoop and score?
Oh, didn't
Dude, so they run down, how they all run down to the opposite end zone or whatever. So they're all running down. Harbaugh goes running down there, gets in, they're all doing the
he gets in it too.
Yeah, he jumps in there. He jumps in there and slides, and he's on the ground, like posing, throwing a peace sign. Man,
that's great.
He's over there, and then at one point he gets up, and then he's doing the, the whole album pose where you crouch down, you point, and all that. I was laughing. I said, dude, how did he not get a flag for that?
That's great. That's great.
I'm like, how did he not get a flag for that? How is he not going to get a fine for that?
Seriously, though. They're like, man, he's missed 3 games already. Just leave him alone.
Right.
Hey, but Coach Prime did that. That'd be another story.
Yeah. Well, it would probably take a little bit longer for him to get down there. But
he did that. He's trying to show that.
Right.
But yeah, Michigan's, like I said, Michigan. I just never trust Michigan.
Michigan will do good until it's time to put up or shut up.
Yeah, play big boy ball.
Yeah.
You had Ole Miss beat Arkansas 27-20. Louisville beat Notre Dame 33-20.
Man.
And Notre Dame has USC coming up.
Yeah. Notre Dame is just, I don't know.
They're Notre Dame.
You don't know what to expect. This year especially, like last year, they started out rough, and then they turned it on late. This year, it's like you don't know what the hell you're getting. You don't even know what you're getting in the same game.
No.
They could come out hot in the first half, second half, just completely different team.
You think they're still having a hangover from the Ohio State game?
It could be, but that's how they played, different points of the year so far. So
yeah. I know they defeated Duke, but still, it's yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's Notre Dame at the end of the day is going to be bowl eligible, and they'll be sitting there in a New Year's Day bowl.
Yeah, just goes.
Yeah.
If you're a betting man, never bet on a Notre Dame game because you're going to
especially a big time game.
Yeah. So Georgia Tech defeated Miami 23-20. So this gave me PTSD from 1999. Baylor played UNLV. Kevin Steele was about to win his first game as head coach. Standing there live. I'm about to be excited. We're about to go 1-2 or whatever it was. They just had to kneel the ball. The game been over. No, dumbass wants to run the ball, pops the ball out, fumbles. UNLV goes all the way down, scores. Stadium is quiet. All 20,000 people there is quiet.
Did Floyd Casey hold 20?
Huh?
I said, did Floyd Casey hold 20?
It held 50. It's 20,000 there, 10,000 were UNLV fans. But it was It was horrible. It was bad. Go and check the highlights of this game. Mario Cristobal, top head coach, one of the top head coaches in the nation.
Yeah.
Dude must have had some money on this game.
He had to.
Something.
Or even the back running the ball said, you know what?
Yeah. Here, take this.
Yeah.
Make it interesting.
Right.
So Georgia Tech gets the fumble recovery when Miami, all they had to do was kneel the ball. They won the game. They go 5-0. Get the fumble recovery. To your point, like you said earlier, the defense playing soft coverage the whole way down the field.
And even then, they get to midfield, and they're still playing soft coverage, and they still get burnt.
Yes.
It's like, what are you looking at?
Did you see that player from Miami? Like, what are we doing? Did you see
Yeah.
that?
He's like, what the fuck are we doing?
Bro, I don't know. How do you recover from that, man? You have to win out and just win everything now.
At this point, yes. I mean, Jesus, how do you? That's one of those that at the end of the year, if it's going to cost you a spot in the playoff, like that will rear its ugly head.
Number one, why are you in the game with Georgia Tech like this?
Yeah.
You should be blowing them out.
Right. And number two, why just not take the knee? If you have to punt, fine, punt, and give them like 10 seconds to get down the field.
And that's the whole thing, though. Like, they would have took the knee, game would have been over.
Yeah.
Over. That's it. They're like 38 seconds or whatever left. It would have been over.
I think it was 38 seconds when he fumbled.
Okay.
I think it was like 50, either 52 seconds or like 48 seconds when they snapped the ball. So they would have had to run another play.
Yeah.
They would have had to run the fourth down play no matter what. And so at that point, it's like, dude, just tell your quarterback, run around, and then go down.
Yep. That's all you got to do. Like, damn, we know that in middle school.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Seriously. That was – I couldn't believe it, man. When I saw that, I was like, flashbacks.
Right.
But, gosh, Miami, every time Miami starting to creep up, like, okay, man, here we go. Miami's trying to come back. Now let's do this stupid stuff.
Right.
We go to 4-1, by the way. Wyoming defeated Fresno State 24-19 in Fresno State's 14-game win streak. Break up the Wyoming Cowboys.
There you go. I mean, Wyoming's been playing tough. The team that's been playing tough this whole year, so
yeah,
good for them.
They should be in the top 25.
Yeah.
Oregon State defeated California 52-40. The Bees are 5-1. And then you had stupid USC go to 3 overtimes to beat Arizona 43-41.
That just pissed me off. My thing on that whole thing with Arizona, it's like it's third overtime, and you want to run the ball right up the middle.
Yeah. Why?
It's like, dude, you're not at the 1. First of all, you're not at the 1. You're at it's a 3, right? Or is it? They put him at the 3 for going for 2. So you're at the 3. I was like, I know USC's defense is not that good, but damn, dude.
Yeah, just run right up the middle when obviously you've been shredding them on
the outside.
Yeah, and like the freaking quarterback was balling, man.
Yeah, you take the ball out of his hand.
5 touchdowns to Caleb Williams, 1 touchdown. Are we going to talk about this was a Heisman performance, 1 touchdown against Arizona at home? No.
He threw for 1 touchdown. He only threw 1 touchdown, but he ran for what was like 2 or 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. Again, he's a good talent, right? But
yeah.
I
think his Heisman stock definitely took a hit this week. But I mean, granted, so did everybody so far. So
we don't. So USC goes to 6-0. They got
and they continue to drop in the top 25 too, which is funny. They continue to win, but it's barely. So they just keep going down and down.
Like they're just hanging on by a thread in the top 10 for this week.
Yeah.
But you look at this schedule they got coming up. So you got Notre Dame at Notre Dame. Like I said, we don't know what we're getting with Notre Dame. And then you got Utah coming to LA. And you go to Cal. But then you got the last 3 games, Washington at home, you go to Oregon, and then you got UCLA at home. They're losing one of those games. They're losing at least one game.
At least.
And I hope Oregon just shreds them pieces, man, at this point.
Yeah, for real. Washington, the way Washington's been offensively outputting, I would be shocked if they beat Washington.
Yeah, Washington's pretty solid. Our weekly Colorado update, they go 4-2, defeating Arizona State.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, 2 more wins. 2 more wins.
They're bowl eligible, man. Yeah.
They exceeded expectations. Everybody's talking about they're going 2 games this year. And they got
2 weeks.
They got sorry-ass Stanford coming up next. Then they go to UCLA. Then they got the Beavs. They got Arizona, Washington State, and then finish the year against Utah. I can see them going 7-5.
Yeah.
So that's all good with them. Look at the Big 12 for next week. The games that we got coming in. Thank God Baylor's off. So we got West Virginia, Houston. Neil Brown, West Virginia, man.
It's the battle for who gets to claim Dana Holgers.
Yeah. And I think West Virginia's going to go 5-1. They're going to go 5-1.
Wow.
They beat Houston. I think they're going to beat Houston.
Yeah. I'll take West Virginia too.
And that's a Thursday night game.
Ooh, and they're playing in West Virginia?
They're playing Houston.
Oh. So might be fair, but Thursday, West Virginia tends to win those games.
The 3-point favorites. Then you have Iowa State at Cincinnati. I'm going to go with Iowa State. I'm not seeing too much from Cincinnati.
I'll take Cincinnati just because their defense is proven to be pretty tough. So offensively, they're not there yet, but defense, they have a pretty steady defense.
And you got Kansas, number 23 Kansas, at Oklahoma State. I'm going to go with Kansas.
Go with Kansas as well. Rock, Chalk, Jayhawk.
Yeah, it's going to be a close game, though.
Yeah.
Then you got BYU at TCU. You got the Mormons and the Christians. Let's effing go.
Let them fight.
Let's go. Yes.
It's Jehovah versus Jesus.
I'm going to go with BYU. I feel like they're consistent. TCU's just – they're up and down like we figured they would be this year.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll take TCU just to be different.
You got Kansas State at Texas Tech. It's a 6 p.m. game. That's going to be a pretty interesting game. I think Tech wins.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I think Tech wins.
I think they're going to hit a bit of a hot streak.
Yeah.
But let's talk about these NFL games this past week. Thursday night game, the Bears and the Commanders. We were all
wrong on this one.
Yeah, of course. Come on now.
Who the hell had Justin Fields and DJ Moore going off this week? I mean, Jesus.
Justin Fields, 282 yards, 4 touchdowns, and Moore, 230 yards, 3 touchdowns. My God.
So in one of my fantasy leagues, I have DJ Moore. 73 points by himself. I had him on my bench. Luckily, I won that week, but I mean, this past week. But still, it's like, dude,
like, where the hell did this come from, man?
Right?
It's like the Bears, so they almost beat the Broncos. They had that collapse.
Yeah,
and then I guess obviously that momentum kind of carried to this game to win their first game of the year. The Bears are, oh my gosh, I don't know. They're horrible. They're so trash.
I think if it wasn't for the offensive output and the turnovers that they got lucky with on defense, I think this is a much different game. But again, Washington did themselves no favors by turning the ball over. Sam Howell he did not look comfortable for a majority of that game. And then they couldn't run, which was surprising. They couldn't run the ball.
Yeah, it's bread and butter.
Yeah.
They're playing the 85 Bears defense. Sam Howell, they're like freaking out. That Singletary coming at me.
The ghost of Dick Butkus turned around. The spirit.
Oh, yeah. R.I.P. Dick Butkus, man.
Yeah. So I was like, Dick Butkus sit there and Lit a fire under their ass from beyond the grave.
I was like, I'm gonna win tonight, damn it. You remember him on Hang Time? You remember that show, Hang Time? Reggie Theus was on there.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, and I think Dick Buckets was on there too.
I think so. I remember the show. I don't remember much about it, but I remember the name.
Yeah, it's a classic, man. Classic shit. Then you have the Tony Khan game, right? You have the Jaguars and the Bills. You have the Jags win 25-20, playing on concrete, apparently.
Yeah. The Cokeheads won. I mean, the Jaguars won. Yeah, that was a brutal game for the Bills, and Josh Allen just, put them behind the 8 ball for so long, and then,
Yeah,
pun intended, but they just, man, Jacksonville, when they want to run the football, they can run the football. I'll give them that.
yeah. ETN 36 yards, 26 carries.
Yeah, but man, it's just, you have such high expectations for Trevor Lawrence, and it's like he can't quite get to those expectations consistently.
No. Okay. Then we had the Titans and the Colts, a game that I thought was going to go, to a tie.
It looked like it was going to at one point.
Yeah, I was kind of like, oh, this is going to prevail.
And then Minshew Mania took over.
Yeah, the Colts beat them 23-16.
Anthony Richardson goes down yet again to injury. AC joint, so he's probably out at least 3 to 4 games, more than likely.
Would you start being concerned a little bit?
I would. You're what, 5 games into the season, and he got hurt in 2 of the 5?
Yeah. Like, I felt like it was a reach, first of all, to get him.
Yeah. And then just trot him out there to start week 1.
Yeah. Like, what are y'all doing? No, don't do that.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah.
You have the Saints shut out the Patriots 34-0, dude. I did not see this coming, honestly.
Bill Belichick at this point is like Chick-fil-A on a Sunday. It's closed.
1-4.
And yet he still wants to stick with Mac Jones.
Yeah.
I mean, how bad is Bailey Zappi that you're just like, screw it, that's all we got?
That motherfucker. My gosh.
And then they've got Will Greer too, which is funny. They signed Will Greer.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what does that say about it? Or did they sign him, or did he get signed by Cincinnati? I can't remember which it was.
Good question.
It was one of the 2 that he signed with, and I cannot for the life of me remember who he signed with.
Patriots.
It was the Patriots, okay.
Unless show some kind of flashes here and there.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, it can't get any worse than what they've been doing.
Mac Jones got something on Bill Belichick. He's like, you can't take me out because if you do, homie, it's over.
At this point, it seems like it.
Yeah.
Either that or he's going, hey, I'm going to make a phone call to Coach Saban.
Something, man. Yeah. Do you? It's early, right? Overreaction. But do you think it's going to be it for Belichick if they don't win more than 5 games?
I don't think it's quite yet. Now, this could be a slippery slope. So if they don't win more than 5 games back-to-back seasons, it could be one of those things that I don't think it's one of those things that Robert Kraft is going to fire him. I think it's one of those things that he's going to go to Belichick and say, look, you can stay as the GM, but as head coach, you got to find somebody else to do this.
Yeah, I was going to say, you want to run football operations? Hey, you can do it. But let's give somebody that. Not your son.
Yeah.
But let's give somebody else an opportunity, or your son looks like he needs to be on some kind of antidote. Yeah.
He looks like he's been partying with Tony Khan with all the faces he's making. Like he's trying to keep the feeling in his face.
Yeah, man. It's like, dude, chill out. Yeah, it's horrible. It's probably why they don't play well, man.
Right.
Then the Steelers beat the Ravens 17-10. Like, what?
What? I mean, again, this is another one of those that it's like, without just like going, throwing something at the wall and saying, yeah, upset. Yeah, Steelers, sure. Why the hell not?
Yeah, Steelers won. Oh yeah, oh yeah, cool. Steelers also, yeah. Oh yeah, Steelers.
It's like what? Tonight, I guess the NHL did start tonight in
Mhm.
Pittsburgh, and the Penguins fans were chanting "Fire Canada."
I love it.
So they're when they scored the game-winning touchdown, Matt Canada was pissed because Kenny Pickett went into business for himself and called his own play. Said, "The hell with what you just called. I'm calling my play." To George Pickens, boom, touchdown. You, Matt Canada.
Pissed off, huh? Well, hey, that's bad.
Yeah.
That's telling you something. And it's Canada's what, first and second year?
This is like his second or third year as offensive coordinator.
But you know, and he's one of those coaches that are just rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
Like didn't do well at LSU when he was there, and then everywhere he's been, he's just mediocre.
Yeah. He's a good quarterbacks coach, but offensive coordinator,
He ain't the guy.
yeah, he's not the guy. I mean, I just they have not been the same since they let go of Todd Haley.
No, they haven't. Like Todd, that was the perfect. Him and Bruce Arians, that was like the perfect coordinators for Pittsburgh.
Right.
You know, Tom was like, "Haley, do your thing." You know what I mean?
Right.
Arians,
Mike's not going to step on any toes, but
no. And Haley knows too. With Tom, I'm like, all right, I got like so far I can go.
Yeah.
Without facing any repercussions, but yeah,
right.
he was a man.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, it just seems like Canada's just testing his patience. Because I think if it comes down to it, Thomas is like, all right, he's gone.
Yeah.
Especially if it gets close to the end of the season and they might not finish, you know, with a 500 record or 500 or better record, he might just go, you know what? Fuck this guy. Get him out.
I honestly thought he was going to fire him during the Texans game.
Yeah.
Speaking of Texans, we won 19. Oof.
Sheesh, man. That's just, again, playing off coverage towards the end of the game, let them drive down, get into field goal range, kick the game winner. And I think our big thing for the day was just when we got in the red zone, we didn't score.
Mm-hmm.
We settled for field goals, and that came back to bite us in the ass.
Yeah.
Settled for 4 field goals, I think it was, before we finally scored a touchdown. Yeah, that kind of stuff will get you beat. But, I mean, the defense looked good. They were flying around. Tackling is just probably one thing we still need to work on because we've still got a lot of young guys in the secondary, and Petrie is just as guilty as it that he goes for the kid instead of wrapping up.
Yep.
And, you know, with guys like Jonnu Smith and Kyle Pitts, who both are big guys, big tight ends, they ain't going to go down from the safety.
No. It's like move.
Yeah.
Even
a linebacker is not necessarily going to knock them over. But
CJ Stroud still doing pretty well.
Still, he broke Dak's record of rookie passing attempts without an interception.
I hope it continues that way.
I just hope he doesn't turn out like Dak. So hope that's not a sign of things to come. But yeah, he continues to play well. But man, it's just we got to get the offensive or the run game going. It was very inconsistent. I think Pierce rushed for like 60 yards on like 18 carries, but still, it's like, man, you get down the red zone, you gotta catch the ball. You gotta catch those in. Tank Dell going down at the end of the second half or the end of the first half really, really hurt the offense in the second half.
You look at the Texans and Falcons; those are two teams that I feel like in a couple of years are going to be pushing playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, in the Falcons' case, they might be making a case for the playoffs considering the division they're in.
Yeah,
and Bijan Robinson continues to impress. I mean, catching the ball damn near behind his back.
Yeah, that was badass. And Kyle Pitts, man, I feel like they need to get him involved more.
Yeah,
dude's a walking target. Like,
but it's funny. It's like as good and as big as he is with the skill set he has, I don't know if it's the quarterback can't find him or get him open, or he's just not getting open. He's just like, just throw it. I don't care. I'll go catch it.
Yeah.
He's got that college expectation that, hey man, you just throw it, I'm gonna go get the ball. But it's like these are grown and if these are NFL athletes.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
But once he gets it together, we'll watch out.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
They had the Lions beat the Panthers 42-24, fighting Dan Campbell's.
Just continuing to fight and
Four
him in the crowd, giving them one moment. Mom spaghetti.
I would not want to play Detroit in Ford Field, man.
No. Now that they've got something to cheer for, and that team is good.
They're good. They're solid all around. They're good.
Yeah, that team is good. If you let them get a lead, good luck.
Yeah, I'll say good luck. And yet the Dolphins defeat the Giants 31-16. Daniel Jones didn't throw a pick.
Helped that he got hurt. What was it in the third quarter?
He was about to throw 2 or 3.
Right. But I mean, it's what we expected. We expected the Dolphins to go in there and wipe the floor with the Giants. So, not surprised.
They lose a Chaney though, right?
Yeah.
He's out a couple weeks for right now.
Yeah, I think they're going to put him on IR for the time being. For 4 weeks.
4 games, yeah.
Yeah.
Got the Bengals beat the Cardinals 34-20. What?
Hell of a time for the Cardinals to finally figure out what the hell they're supposed to do, or the Bengals to figure out what the hell they're supposed to do. That was another one of those things that it's like, fantasy football wise, Joe Burrow's been sucking this year, so I put him on the bench. I pick up Josh Dobbs, thinking he'll hit projections. He's projected at about 20 points. He'll do that. No, brother does half of that. I'm like, son of a... And Joe Burrow goes off for like 30 points. I'm like, dude, again, if I didn't win, I would have been pissed.
That's funny, man. Big game for the Bengals to win, though. Like, they easily could have been 1-4, and Arizona could have been 2-3. Like,
yeah, the Bengals definitely needed that win. If nothing else, just to stay alive in the North.
Yeah. Did they start like this last season as well?
I think they only started out 0-2 or maybe 0-3.
Yeah, it was kind of. They need to make that surge at the late.
Yeah.
Then yet the Eagles defeat the Rams 23-14.
Yeah. Eagles just tracking along, continuing to be clutch when they need to be clutch.
Winning the games they're supposed to win. You got the Jets defeat the Broncos 31-21.
Nathaniel Hackett walking off the field going,
carrying his balls.
Right. And there, I wonder, was he on the sideline? I wonder if he was on the sideline or if he was in the booth for that game.
Because he's usually in the booth, right? I
think so. I think he's usually in the booth.
I'm sure he was on the sideline. He had to be.
On the sideline after the game. Just ignore Sean Payton.
Yeah, man. I think, like, right now with me, like, the story of the NFL is just making fun of the Broncos because of their stupid Russell Wilson.
Dude, at this point, I mean, especially with all – you heard the Club Shay Shay thing with Marshawn Lynch, right?
What do you say? Oh, yeah. About
Russ and Pete Carroll and all that.
Yeah.
How he laughed in Pete Carroll's face after he threw the pick.
Yeah, man.
And Russ calling him from a block number.
He's just a quarterback, man. He goes, he's one of my friends.
Yeah.
But, man, yeah, dude. It's just ridiculous now. I think Sean Payton's going to go in the game one day and just freaking slaughter Russell Wilson from behind.
He's going to call Greg Williams like, now, how did you do that?
Yeah.
County-gate thing?
So we get, out of nowhere, Greg Williams announced as special consultant to Sean Payton. We know what's coming in practice.
Oh, well, that's what happens. That's what happens when you pay tribute to O.J. Simpson with your white Bronco helmet.
Oh my gosh,
those helmets were clean though.
They were clean. But where are we at now? Hey, granted, okay, O.J. he got cleared, right? Got cleared. But we're giving tributes to O.J. I love it. Man. This is great. I love it.
I mean, was Andrew Luck retired right after O.J. Simpson drafted him in his fantasy?
Yeah, right. At this point, Carolina's going to pay tribute to Ray Caruth. All right, let's go. Come on.
Yes, the Patriots have been doing that, paying tribute to Aaron Hernandez. I'm assuming that's why they're going down the.
Yeah, they're going to
The kill
out. The Ring of Honor. Oh my God!
Right.
Let the Chiefs defeat the Vikings 27-20.
It was a tight game. It wasn't as high scoring as I thought it would be.
The Vikings 1-4.
Yeah. But I mean, they have that bad luck from what they had last year. I mean, last year they had all the luck.
Yeah.
Everything broke their way. This year is just the complete opposite of that. Justin Jefferson going down, getting hurt with a hamstring, going to be out for a couple of weeks. So
that's going to hurt big time.
Definitely is. Jordan Addison at this point, he's got the team is his at this point.
Yeah.
So it's all him and Kirk Cousins, and that's it.
It's scary.
Yeah.
They're looking at each other like, you have to give me the ball though.
Kirk's like, you have to get open. And he's looking at the offensive line. I have to have time.
It's not going to bode well.
No.
Then you have the San Francisco 49ers defeat the Dallas Cowboys 42.
So what is your take on Micah Parsons' comments?
I get it. You have to say that. You want to say that, but don't say anything. Shut up.
Yeah.
Don't even. Why? After that, don't say that. Be like, hey man, like we suck tonight.
They kicked the crap out of us.
Yeah, they
beat us. One thing, if he had a hell of a game. Yeah, he didn't have his normal game either.
So here's my problem. Why in the hell would you put him against Trent Williams? I don't give a damn how great Parsons is or what. No.
Yeah.
Trent Williams is a beast. I don't care how old he is right now. He's a man. Yeah. Like, you don't do that. That was dumb.
He's old man strong.
Yeah, that was just stupid.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
You think that was bravado, or do you think it was like thinking that Trent Williams was washed?
They haven't been watching film then. They thought that. I think it's more or less, trying to flex. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, now if you put Tank DeMarcus Lawrence on the same side, with Williams having to try to double team them too, okay, it'd be a different story.
Yeah, you have to pick and choose which one he's going to hit.
But they didn't do that. Which that right off the bat was like, why are we doing this? That's dumb.
Yeah.
But San Francisco came out like, we're gonna fuck y'all up. Like, we're coming here to beat the shit out of y'all. And Dallas came in just like it was a normal casual game. Like, all right.
Yeah.
And they got Fred Warner. My God. Man,
dude was playing like a madman.
Dude, yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, the whole team was like, even stupid Chris Collinsworth, we give him hell, right? But he was saying they were playing angry, which everyone was for the 49ers. Like, everything was personal. And Dallas was just like, this is real? Like, God almighty, that was horrible.
Yeah. I will say, I think you guys did get hosed on that fumble recovery. I don't think he had possession of it completely before he rolled out of bounds.
Yeah.
But, same time.
Yeah. Even that, it was just horrible.
Yeah. I mean, you give up 3 touchdowns to the tight end, 2 of which were long plays at that. Just blown coverage.
How do you forget about Kittle?
Yeah.
I
mean, at this point, they're making Brock Purdy look like Steve Young.
Oh, yeah, man. He's Joe Montana, Steve Young fused.
Right.
He's everything.
I mean, and he played well. He played well. He made the throws when he needed to make the throws. And, who was it? I saw somebody the other day that was who was it that was saying something about him. I can't remember who it was. Might have been Dan Orlovsky, I don't know, but his bad takes he had. But yeah, they were saying, "Oh no." I think it might have either been Skip Bayless or it might have been Michael. They were saying, "Oh, he's not that good. He's not this. He's not that. He's nowhere near elite." And the guys like, "No, he's really good, but he doesn't need to be great."
Yeah.
It's like when they need him to make a play, he's making plays, but they don't need him to make plays all the time.
Yeah, he's doing more than what he said. He's doing more than what's expected of him.
Yeah.
He's having fun too.
Yeah.
But just looking like watching this game, and it just shows you like with the offense, I gave Dak like all the benefit of the doubt too. I was like, Dak's doing what he's supposed to be doing. But when it comes down to games like this where you have to shine, my man just go off the rails. Makes some late passes. CeeDee Lamb was open a couple times, just didn't get the ball out. You can tell after that surgery, man, in the pocket, when he's outside the pocket, man, he's just so stiff. It's horrible.
Yeah.
And then we throws that first pick. It's like, okay, that's it.
You just open the floodgates.
Yeah, he just gets careless.
Yeah. He's like, F it, CD's down there somewhere.
Yeah, I'm just going to throw it. And, yeah, man, clearly, San Francisco was a way better team.
Yeah. I just – Dallas is good, don't get me wrong. Do I think they can beat Philly? Probably, but I just don't think – I think San Francisco is the best team in the NFL right now.
San Francisco got their number.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, San Francisco is the quarterback away from winning or being in the Super Bowl last year, probably winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they would have won it last year.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, we'll go wrong.
Yeah.
But like back like with Dak, man, like I said, they pretty much with this offense, right? They're saying the quiet thing out loud. Like we're trying to pretty much hide his flaws. Yeah. The short passes, this and that.
And I will admit, some of the criticism on Dak is warranted, or a majority of it is warranted. Some of it, it's like, come on.
Yeah. Man. So like when they were winning those games, everyone was talking about the stats. Like what? He didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
He made the plays, but like when it comes down to these games, it's like that's where you're like, all right, man, like what are you doing?
It's like the same people that are hyping him up are the same ones that are trying to drag him down.
Yeah. So I've been defending him forever too. And I'm like, hey, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. But now it's like, all right.
Dak is on that, as far as most hated person in Texas, he's on the level of Yolanda.
Yeah. He passed up Nelson Cruz. Nelson Cruz was on there for a decade plus.
Right.
But he started to creep back up because the Rangers doing well.
Right.
But anyway, so yeah. I was just like, whatever.
Yeah.
I watched the Cowboys game the same way I always watch, no matter what. Like this.
Through your fingers.
Like I picked them with my heart because I knew they were going to win. I was like, I'm gonna pick them with my heart. I knew they weren't going to win. I'm like, you know what? Let's lose now. Have the success story in the playoffs. We beat them again. We got revenge from the regular season. That's not going to happen. After that performance. Then you have the Raiders beat the Packers 17-13. I did not know the Raiders hadn't beat the Packers in that long.
I didn't either. I didn't either. I had no idea it had been that long.
Josh McDaniel probably just saved his job for 1 week.
That guy. Did you see the clip that ESPN put out of Mark Davis? Like, what the fuck? What an asshole.
Yeah. Perfect timing too, right?
Oh, I was dying laughing. I was like, dude, I guarantee you if they had caught that on the Manning cast, they'd be like, and you can definitely read what he's thinking.
Yeah, exactly right.
Mark, the camera's on you. The camera's on you.
Eli be like, hey, Peyton, what do you think? Who do you think he saw down there? Do you think he saw John Gruden?
Let's go to Peyton to lip read. I can't hear shit. Never mind.
Mark Davis, man. Jesus Christ.
Jordan Love said, hold my beer to Dak.
Seriously, though. Now you know how we feel, Packers fans, assholes. But anyway, like I said, Josh McDaniels saving his job for another week. You can say he's the first Raiders coach to beat the Packers as well. Was it 87?
Something like that. It was either late 80s or early 90s. I can't remember what it was.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if Belichick does resign, and then Kraft calls Josh McDaniels and says, "Hey, remember that job I told you you'd always have?"
You want it? That'd be bad. That'd be horrible. Let me see. So we're going to get these picks for next week's games. Do you have Sammy's picks?
Yeah, I've got him.
Okay. Let's see. All right. So we got the Broncos and the Chiefs Thursday night, prime time. I got the Chiefs.
I've got the Chiefs. Samuel's taking the Chiefs too. I think he put them. What did he put? 34-40 is the final.
That's possible.
Yeah.
Let's be the damn game the Broncos win.
I think
Yeah,
they
the
also
Ravens-
haven't beaten Patrick Mahomes since he became a starter.
That's bad.
Yeah.
You have the Ravens at the Titans in London. I'm gonna go with the Titans.
I'm gonna take Baltimore. Samuel's got Baltimore as well.
Then we have the Commanders at the Falcons. I'm gonna go with Atlanta.
Make it a clean sweep on the Dirty Birds.
Then you have the Seahawks and Bengals. I'm gonna go with the Seahawks.
I'm gonna ride with Gino for the time being. And Samuel's going with you. He's going opposite of us. He's taking the Bengals.
I feel like the Seattle Seahawks are a team that's creeping. No one's really talking about them.
Yeah.
Then you have the Colts at the Jaguars. Hopefully they wear the clown suits. Let's go with the Jags.
Don't want to, but I'm gonna take the Colts. And so is Samuel. He's taking the Colts as well.
Then you have the Panthers at the Dolphins. I'm going with the Dolphins.
Yeah, they haven't. They said that their expectations were to be the top NFL statistical team in 6 weeks. So, yeah, I'm gonna take Miami.
And Sam has them too.
Sam has Miami as well.
Oh, yeah, the Vikings at the Bears. I'm gonna go with the Bears.
Samuel also went with the Bears. Sheesh. No Justin Jefferson. Damn, yeah, I'll take the Bears too.
Justin Fields gonna go throw 82 yards.
Right.
Then you have the 49ers at the Browns. Ew. I'm gonna go with the Niners, but this is gonna be an interesting game, I think.
It'd be interesting if Deshaun actually plays.
Yeah.
I think we're all on the Niners on this one.
If Deshaun plays, it's going to be an interesting game because Cleveland's showing at times that they can peak.
Yeah.
You have the Saints at the Texans. I'm gonna take Texans.
Put it a sweep. We're all taking Houston. H-Town, stand up for football only.
Oh, yeah, the Patriots at the Raiders.
God.
My gosh. I'm going with the Raiders.
Samuel's taking the Raiders. God, I guess I'm going to have to take the Raiders. God.
That's
New England is terrible.
it's weird to say that, right?
Yeah.
You have the Lions at the Buccaneers. It's going to be an interesting game. I think the Lions pull it out. It's going to be a good game.
We're all on the Dan Campbell bandwagon.
You have the Cardinals at the Rams. Go with the Rams. Stupid. Arizona screwed me over.
Samuel's taking the Cardinals. I'll take the Rams. It'll be a close game. I guarantee you that's going to be one of those that comes down to the last drive.
Definitely. You have the Eagles at the Jets. You know what? Go with the Jets.
Me and Sam are flying with the Eagles.
It'll be Mother's Day in New York this Sunday. Then you have the Giants at the Bills. Buffalo.
We're all on Buffalo. This Brian Daboll's homecoming back to Buffalo is not going to be a pleasant one.
No. Over under, he punches Daniel Jones.
I'm going to take the over. He might give him another concussion.
The other Cowboys at the Chargers. I am not comfortable with this game at all.
No.
At all.
This is the Chargers are the Cowboys of the AFC, and
Yeah.
the Cowboys are the Chargers of the NFC.
And historically, the Chargers always play Dallas tough. Dallas got bailed out a couple years ago on a call that went their
pass
way.
interference.
Yeah. You have no testosterone Kellen Moore as your OC at LA.
And the worst poker player ever in Brandon Staley.
Yes. This is a bad game right here. I'm going with Dallas, barely, just because their defense is a little bit better than the Chargers.
Samuel's taking the Chargers. God, I'm like flip-flopping back and forth at this point because it's like, which team is going to show?
Yeah.
Which Chargers team are you getting, and how bad is Brandon Staley going to mess up on a fourth down call? This will be the game where he doesn't go for it at fourth down at all. Watch.
Yeah.
When he clearly should go for it.
Punt 5 times, they win 9-3. Like, come on.
God dog it. I'll take the Chargers. Unconvincingly, take the Chargers.
It's going to be bad. This is real bad. I'm not even really confident in this game.
No, that's going to be one of those things that it's going to be great for Tuesday morning to everybody to talk about.
Yeah. Because you're literally, what's going to happen is Dallas is going to blow them out, or Dallas is going to win by 1 point.
Probably.
And then the Chargers win, they're going to beat them by 3 touchdowns. What?
Yeah.
It's so stupid. Bold prediction time. So, my bold prediction for this week is going to be that Mac Jones throws for 2 touchdowns.
Let's see. My bold prediction will be no concussion for 2. No,
Gosh.
no, I will say that Dang, I wanted to go with Miami, but now I don't think I'm going to pick Miami as part of that bold prediction. I'm going to say Lamar's going to throw for over 300.
Is that Titans defense? We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, I mean, see which team travels well.
I wonder where they leave. They probably leave what, Thursday night, maybe.
They have to. I mean, we saw how bad it was with Buffalo flying in there on a Friday. You would think they'd leave midweek at the latest. Need a sleeper receiver for DraftKings to put DJ. What do you think, Addison? I mean, is Addison or bust at this point for the Vikings offense? That's pretty much their guy. It's Addison or bust. I mean, KJ is just going to be a guy to basically take over the middle with Hawkinson. They're going to be the ones that are going to have to help Addison get open down the field because he's pretty much just going to take the Jefferson role and just try to burn everybody deep. He's fast enough, but not the same player.
Yeah, he ain't Jefferson.
Yeah.
So that's our picks for this coming week. Very interesting to see how we're going to look at next week and talk about these picks. Like, damn.
Yeah.
Offense loss, what?
Right. I mean,
random ass games.
I mean, looking at it, it can't be as bad as this past week as far as our picks are concerned.
I don't know what happened. I don't know. That was just weird.
Yeah, that was one of those. It's like, damn, I'm not gonna.
Keeps us on our toes.
It was funny, like the way I wrote everything. It's like the first like three games were like all of us missed. I'm thinking, God damn, it's gonna be one of those weeks.
Dude, my first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My first 7 games I wrote down were all. It's like, all right, what we're doing.
That's what I was like. Oh damn! I was like 1, 2, 3. What God, dog? We're all sheesh.
Glad we didn't go as a team and compete against somebody else on the pool or something.
I was like, well, what do we know? What do we know?
Yeah, we don't know. We're just winging it. We appreciate y'all joining us in your house sports on Facebook, YouTube. Go like and subscribe to our channel. Go hit the notification bell. Get us 25 subscribers.
Share our page.
Yeah, share our page.
Family.
400 likes on Facebook. Come on now. So we'll see what happens. Interesting week coming up. Baseball and Rangers still in it. So
yeah, it's exciting. ALCS, here we come.
Scary at the same time, but you know.
Hopefully it's an easier matchup. Let's go Twins.
Yeah, for real. Even though with the assholes still.
Yeah, and I say let's go Twins, even though I know we suck against the AL Central. So that's one of those. It's like a half-hearted. Let's go somebody other than Houston.
Yeah, I'm like, oh shit, just Houston and Minnesota. All right.
Right.
But for Manny D,
your boy Vasos.
he's out.
Peace.